Hi, Cancerians. This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I am Michelle, an astrologer and tarot card reader, and I use astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards to divine messages and insights every single week for you. So please remember to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your weekly content. Cancers, there's always an extended reading that I hope that you will join me for. Those links are down below. One is the traditional style Vimeo. And then we also have memberships that I can offer you now. You can join Born Without Boundaries at a couple of different levels, but the one that allows you access to unlimited extended readings is the Unbound membership, which also enables you to have at least 2 live chats with me where you can bring your tarot card questions, you can bring your astrology questions. I have a subreddit that you can find. It's Born Without Boundaries over on Reddit, where you can upload your charts. If you want me to check them out as a member, you can definitely have me check out and ask questions about that. There's a lot of good stuff and a lot of good, just good vibes that happen in the membership. So check that out as well. Let's start with astrology. I'm going to start with the astrology, Cancerians, and then we're going to go into the cards. Now, the astrology is really interesting for this week, and it's happening primarily in your 9th house and your 8th house. Aquarius is your 8th house, and Pisces is your 9th house. Now, it's not so much the energy within the houses as the aspects to the energies within the houses. You have a really powerful aspect between where the moon is, which always impacts you. The moon is about to slip out of Gemini into Cancer as I record this, but it has been in Gemini, and Lilith is in Gemini right now in your 12th house. So I'm going to tell you this right now, especially how it's aspect to Pisces. People are going to create illusions with their words to you. Don't fucking believe them. They're going to talk to you and tell you things that are better for them, right? They sound really intelligent, but it's really just better for them. So ultimately, you have access to intuition like nobody else in the zodiac has access to intuition. So if it doesn't feel right to you, don't believe it. But people will try to lie to you right now, and you will be able to see right through it. So please trust your intuition and defend your intuition. That's what's going on between your 12th house and your 9th house. Now, what's happening between and your 8th house is really interesting because we have the challenging energy of Saturn, which actually makes your 8th house, which is Aquarius, a much stronger and much more powerful, however, much more exacting. And then you had Mars and Venus move in together, still moving together in your 8th house. Now, what does that mean? Well, your 8th house is the house of transformation, destruction, and rebirth, extremes, and isolation, right? It likes to be alone. It maybe doesn't even like to discuss its feelings that much. And then that's where that's where Mars and Venus are right now. So ultimately, I think this is a time for you to reassess where you get your own self-value and how you understand your value in the eyes of others, since this is all happening in Aquarius. This is a time for you to, fumble through and go through and where have I got caught up in status? Where have I made decisions, or where am I trying to make moves for status sake alone? Because that can really be what's fucking me up. Not necessarily because I don't deserve it, but because I'm making it a block. I'm making it a block, as in if I don't have this, my value somehow goes down, keeps me away from, keeps me behind. And I'll tell you, your 8th house is in Aquarius, dude. Don't you always feel isolated from everybody else? It's like you can be in a room and still feel like nobody's fucking understanding you. Always feeling everybody's feelings, and at the same time feeling extremely isolated from them. And ultimately, that just is what's coming right now that's just what happens with your Aquarius being your 8th house. But ultimately, with Saturn being there, and it's like you're really going to be hard on yourself. You're really going to be hard on yourself, and even the crowd can be really hard on you and try to, in a lot of ways, make you not believe in your own power and make you not believe in your own strength. And so what you've got to do right now so badly, Cancerians, is find that light inside of yourself. Because I'm telling you, it's there. I had a daily reading today, and I'm going to share with you the imagery that really sums up what I'm trying to tell you. The seed in the dirt. It's dark. But you've not been buried, you've been planted. Keep rooting yourself, and what's going to root yourself is your convictions and your faith and your belief and your continued work in what you do. And by springtime, I guarantee you, you will see that sunshine. You will see that sunshine. Let's get into the cards. Cancer. 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 Oh, Jesus. Motherfucker playing. You're doing a fucking flips on me, man. You're doing double back axles and shit. Give with gratitude and grace. Use your mind wisely. Use your mind wisely with how much of yourself you give. Use your mind wisely with how much people want to take from you. Also, use your mind wisely with how luxurious you get or how much you spend. Use your mind wisely now, because there is manipulation in the air. It's manipulation that is being created by this overwhelming sense of fear right now as we descend into a darker time. It's darkest before the dawn. We are about to spring into the spring equinox, and our sun is about to illuminate stronger, right? We're heading into more sunlight. We are actually heading into more sunlight already, but it's that spring equinox where we really turn the tide to having more sunlight than darkness, right? It's really difficult right now because you can feel the momentum, Cancerians, but ultimately can't see the product of it yet. And that's when people are really going to try to tempt you into doubting. And I want to let you know this because you're very vulnerable. You're vulnerable to you're vulnerable to believing other people over yourself or being manipulated by their fears as if they were your own. And ultimately, the awareness of this is going to help you stay ahead of it. We have, you see clearly now, boom, this is Aquarius energy. So you're starting to see, especially with Saturn looking at Mars and Venus, how other people have bullshitted and where the bullshit in the crowd is. Maintaining your standards is something that is going to isolate you, right? But ultimately, it's worth the isolation if it means not settling. Okay? This is also a sense of, like, you understand very well now who wants to take too much from you. In other words, you'll be able to see very clearly now who is running deep and dirty deals. You'll also see very clearly what you have to work through and the shit you have to clear out yourself. It's going to be very clear where the clogs are for you so that you can start working on them. We have reclaim your power. And then be peace. Holy shit, but it's in reverse. So ultimately, it is not a time for peace. It is a time for you to get into people's face. It is not a time for you to wave that white flag. It is a time for you to reclaim everything that is yours. Be seen, be heard, be acknowledged. Be so confident in yourself, there is nobody else in the room. Honestly, think about that in terms of isolating yourself from the crowd. Isolate yourself from the crowd by fucking floating on top of it. Legitimately, this is the time to not be manipulative or hurt other people, but to stay so focused on your goals that fuck what everybody else thinks. That's kind of what it is. You're reclaiming your power. Reclaiming your power. This could also be a time for you where you really want to kind of be alone. And ultimately being alone could really help you right now. We have trust the great mystery. Bam. Diving in really deep. Just dive in. This is Pisces season. It's all water. You can do this. Just dive in. It's darker. Maybe you're surrounded by the depths of the water. But guess what? You're a water sign. You fucking got this. We have Spirit has a plan. Trust Spirit. 100% is what it's saying. Go for it. Trust spirit. You are being asked to take a leap of faith. Let's keep going. I want to get into more specifics because I want to know, like, okay, how does this then apply to Cancer's life, to Cancer's day to day? How is this impacting them, affecting them? What is it doing to them? Boom. Can I say this? This is crazy. Your 8th house, right? Isolation. Your house of isolation. Your house of everything falling apart and something coming out of it. It's in reverse. Trapped in fear is in reverse. You're not afraid of the dark anymore. You're not afraid of the dark. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. If everything's dark around you and you're not even expecting the light, it's a hell of a lot harder to be afraid of the dark when you've chosen the dark, right? Put yourself into that mindset. I'm going to choose the dark. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not going to believe what I see because what I see isn't my reality. My reality is what I make, right? So I'm going to close my eyes. And now, is the dark scary? I used to use this method when I was a little girl because I was very scared of the dark when I was a little girl. And ultimately what I learned was I was only scared of the dark when my eyes are open and I'm looking around the room and I'm trying to see things and I can't. All of a sudden, I close my eyes and I'm like, oh, well, I can't be scared. If I'm here in my shell, in isolation, I actually take back my power here. I actually reassert my dominance over my own personal environment by not allowing or needing the light. I'm just going to dive right into it and be a part of it. And I'm not saying be a part of the dark as in bad things. Be a part of the eternal. Close your eyes and dive in. Yeah, you're not going to be trapped in fear right now anymore. You're being liberated. You're being liberated. I also just posted another meme. It was, I don't know if it was an actual Elon Musk quote, but it said, check out my IG. Check out my Instagram. I just posted it. It said everybody's out here. Like, I don't know. We're in a climate that discourages risk. Everybody's out here trying to cover their asses. And it's like, why would you join in that crowd? You want to be in the coward crowd? I think you're starting to see very clearly that everybody that's putting restrictions on you is putting restrictions on you because they're just fucking cowards. It's got nothing to do with you being wrong or you being bad. And this is really a time to take back your power by closing yourself. They got you addicted to the light. They got you addicted to the light, but the light is where they dictate what you see. When you close your eyes, you can see whatever the fuck you want to see. And that's where spirit wants you to focus, because that's your actual reality. Okay. Ooh. Huge message from spirit here. We have chaos and conflict. It's all around you. It's all around you. Hate to break it to you, bitches, but it's all around you. Look at this. Imagination is in reverse, so it's being discouraged. Clean it up. Clean it up. Truth be told, and chaos and conflict. Oh boy. People are discouraging imagination. It's discouraging your imagination. Or there's a sense of just being misled. People are trying to mislead you with fake shit. And I said that as soon as I opened up this video. People are trying to mislead you with fake fucking shit. It's imagined, it's illusionary. So in reverse, this is about illusion, not about imagination, which is about creation. This is about illusion. People are tricking. Clean that shit up. Is like brush it off like the dust that it is, because it's bullshit. Be the truth. Be the truth that's told. This is more owl energy. Let him have it. Let him know it. Let him see it. See through. You can see through this shit. You see all the craziness. You understand why people are really acting the way that they are, because they're reacting in fear. So how do you deal with people who are reacting in fear? You be unafraid. And then they start listening to you. Reclaim your power. What'd you think it meant? If you claim power over yourself, you don't have to worry about claiming power over other people. Because you will be the strength and the weak follow the strong. Or they try to come after you. But that's not going to be the case because people don't want to be weak and they don't want to be trapped in fear. They don't want this. They want hope. They want love. This is show the world the real you. In reverse, kind of in the past. Maybe you've held back. You've held back your strength. You've held back your dominance. You've held back your manifestation abilities. You've held back your ferocity. Now it's time to let your beast out. You have a lot of power, Cancerians. In fact, you are the chaos. It's time for you to like let out the chaos within and get rid of the image that you're trying to, hold in. It's like trying to portray. Like, stop lying about who you are. Right? Don't go into any situation lying about who you are, but don't go in, including, see, you can lie about who you are by telling people how unworthy you are. Because that's not true. It's just something that other people have told you and that you've accepted and you're repeating it. Do you really feel unworthy? Or do you know that you're a badass motherfucker? That's show the world the real you. You haven't been showing the world the real you. All you've been doing is showing the world what everybody else told you you are. Do you really believe it? You don't. Because Cancerians, no, you don't. You play the role, but you don't really believe it. You know how badass you are. So walk into every room from this moment forward with that sense of, fuck yeah, this is already mine. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. We don't have a full moon in Gemini, but we certainly have the moon in Gemini. In other words, there is information and data that's coming to you that will actually give you answers and ask questions, right? Don't hold back in this energy. Don't hold back with what you are thinking, right? Don't hold back with what you want to know. Don't hold back with challenges that you have. Don't try to make it nice and comfortable for everybody else, right? By taking a hit. No, I want to know. I want to know. But what about this? Make them uncomfortable. Make them figure it the fuck out. But keep asking those questions. We have step out of your comfort zone. That's right. And your comfort zone is making the comfort zone for everybody else. Step outside your comfort zone. You got to get real right now. This is what the universe is trying to make you do. It's backing you into a corner so you stop being in that south node energy and it forces you forward. And then we have don't let your past hold you back. This is crazy shit. Very rarely do both of these come out. This is saying that it's a check-in for you. It's a check-in point. And this is a game-changing moment in your life when you shift and so everything around you and everything in your world shifts. You're going to have so much energy and you're going to have so much strength this week that I don't think it's going to be possible for you to not be your full self. It's like you've been held back for so long. You have been clawing for so long. Now you are that animal. Like that it is so ferocious it can break out of its own cage. Like let it, because you have that aspect of yourself. Don't know why you'd fear it. It's not something to fear. Hold on, what did I want to? No, I want to discard. Cancer. Ooh, coming out right away. And we got springtime. Okay. You are so close to seeing the light. And this is when you have to claw and tear. You ever seen that? This, I'll tell you right now. You know what you are right now? That scene from Kill Bill where she's been buried alive. And there's something so bestial in her. And why? Remember, because she has her child to protect. Like 100%, that's you right now. And legitimately, I want you to close your eyes and start doing this. Because you about to break the fuck through out of that coffin. You about to break out, Cancer. You about to break out. And I don't mean zits. I don't mean zits and pimples, bitch. This is the dark before the dawn, bitch. This is when you absolutely sprout, bitch. The fucking sun is coming. What did I say? It's crazy. Because, dude, what do? Am I a fucking magician? I'm not magnetically pulling these cards out. 100%. Give yourself May 20th. May 20th. Especially like into April when the sun goes into Aries. I guarantee this is the time that you have to double down on that hard bitch shit, which I know you're capable of being. And fucking Kill Bill this shit and dig your way out. They think they buried you. They planted you. Let's go to tarot. I'll see you over there.